So, are the days of shooting film photography dead? I asked myself this question since I've been getting back into film photography lately, and I don't know what it is, but there is a love-hate relationship about it that I have. So, today I want to talk about how to achieve that digital film look, which is made easy. So just like I said before, I've been shooting film photography a lot lately, mostly with my Nikon FM2. I also have been shooting with my Voigtlander Bessa R2A, which I have previously sold already. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dehancer. They reached out to me to see if I would be interested in trying out their software, and I said, sure, why not? So Dehancer, they are a film emulation software program in which it was by the help of other enthusiasts, photographers, and videographers to create these film emulations. Well, the way they have it is they have products that are split out in two different areas. So for photographers, they built plugins that work with Adobe's Lightroom and Photoshop application, in which that's what I'm going to be demonstrating today. But they also have plugins that are designed for videographers. So if you edit your videos in DaVinci Resolve or Final Cut Pro or even Adobe Premiere, they provide those plugins to work within those programs. This is the goal here, is to make this film editing look process a lot more easier, more smoother to do, especially for those that don't want to spend hours trying to create their own presets in Lightroom, or even have to go grab someone else's presets and then tweak it. Now, I would like to caution that using any presets or any overlay on top of an image, it will require some adjustments to get that same look and feel. So what I've decided to do is take a few days out shooting both digital and film to see if we can emulate that same look. Here we are, the Dehancer photo plugin is open, and this is what you get presented. So you have on the left side your film profiles. You can choose between color negative, motion picture, color positive, black and white. There's all types here, but we're going to filter that down to color negative. And on the right hand side, you'll have these different areas to make adjustments. So you can check off different areas where you want to adjust exposure, the temperature, defringe. I'm not a pro film photographer, so my knowledge base is very basic. So I'm not here to try to achieve anything too advanced. But you can see here, within the different color profiles, you can select. So if I go to Kodak, I'll be made available a Kodak film stock. I'm just going to jump over to Fuji film color 200 because that's what I shot with, and the filter just jumps straight into that. You can bounce between different color film stocks and to achieve a different look. So there we go. What I am going to adjust here is the temperature. So I think in my camera, my tones were a little bit too cool. So I am going to increase that a bit. And then one other thing I am going to change here is the film grain. So you can set the different ISO settings here. I am going to set mine at 250. I'm surprised they don't have 200 as a speed. But if I go to custom, I can customize that film grain, the color of it that I want. I can adjust the size, the amount of grain that I want. That's a whole lot more there. So you can get crazy with it. So I think I might just keep it there. And I might adjust the exposure down a little bit. Actually, let me set that back up a bit more. So one thing I do is when I shoot film, I've been shooting with a slight stop over just so I can recover the shadows and good exposure. And if my highlights are too blown out, that's okay. Within film, it's a little bit more forgiving than it is digital. Okay, I think I'm just gonna roll with that. So we have like a small before and after button here. So this is a way to kind of go back and forth. So this is before, this is after. Before, after. Okay, I think I'm gonna just dial the exposure down just a tad bit. So let's click OK. After doing that, it's going to jump right back into Lightroom, and then we'll have an edited version of that image. All right, let's do one more. So this image here, I feel that the exposure is a better example because you don't see the highlights blown out, but the shadows are a little bit deeper. So we are going to attempt this image here into the Dehancer tool. So let's go to edit in Dehancer Lightroom plugin. Yes, keep my plugin settings. And the nice thing is it's going to open up with the exact same film profile and settings that you had before. Okay, so here we are, we're opened up, and automatically that looks great. I don't think I wanted to make any changes to that. So this is before, this is after. Yeah, this is actually a great image, and I think I'm just gonna pull, I might just dial the exposure down a bit. Those highlights are way too blown out, but wow, that is a great looking image there. So we're just going to roll with that. Click OK, and we're going to jump right back into Lightroom. So here they are. I'm going to save these images separately, and then we can do sort of like a before and after and get your take on it. Overall, I would say that the Dehancer tool does take some getting used to, especially if you don't have any advanced editing background, or let's say you are very new to film photography and you're not sure what to adjust. I would say after spending some time with this software, just leaving it as it is and just changing the film grain slightly is enough that you do need. Plus, what does help is if you do keep your image as flat as possible in the original image, just to avoid anything to be overly complicated when it comes to the editing post process in Dehancer. Now myself, I consider myself more on the advanced editing end for Lightroom, but when it comes to film photography in itself, I am still very new in that space itself. So I can see myself using this personally as a complement to making my digital images to have that film look, although it does take away from the film shooting experience that you would get. So with that being said, does that mean I'm going to stop shooting film completely? I'm not going to stop my film shooting experience that I do enjoy still, but I would definitely be taking less film photography photos, especially given that the cost of developing and scanning film is expensive. So with that said, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Are you someone that's interested in shooting film, or maybe you're someone that's been looking for a way to edit your digital images to get that film look? If you are interested, you can use my discount code AKFOTOS or use the link in my description of this video and you'll receive 10% off. So thanks for stopping by, and if you are interested in more videos like this, please subscribe to stay up to date, and I'll see you guys in the next one.